So what is generosity? Isn't that all about my money? Like me giving money away and doing all that kind of thing? No, what if I told you that's not exactly what generosity is? Paul writes to Timothy and he tells him to spur them on, to actually command them in good deeds, that they may be generous and helpful. It really wasn't all about money at that time. He was talking about doing good deeds and taking care of people. For me, I think at Remade, we talk a lot about your generosity being about your time, your talents, and your treasure. We're going to get into talents in another video, but I think when we think about our time, we can be very generous with our time. Sometimes we find ourselves, maybe we're just sitting around the house and we're not really doing anything. We're really not helping anybody. We're not really even talking to anybody. Maybe you're not even encouraging anybody. And I think that's one way that we can be generous. That we can be generous with our time in the way that we help other people. Doing good deeds, as Paul writes to Timothy. Of course, with our treasure, there is a component of that being generous with maybe you've been given a lot and you can give a little to other people and to help. Again, this isn't about giving back to the church. I don't see that as generosity at all, actually. I think generosity would be going above and beyond what you give maybe back to the church and giving that to someone else, helping to spur them on, helping them to be motivated and encouraged. And of course, talents. Again, we'll get into that in another video, but it is incredibly important that you figure out what your gifts are. And you can be so generous with those. It can be as simple as baking cookies or singing songs in a worship team or going out on the mission field. There's a lot of different things that you can do with your talents. And that really is what generosity is all about.